Okay, so let's take a look at a finished piece. This is before washing, and you do see these little threads sticking out after cutting. Now, of course, this is a macro setting on the camera, so you will see it very clearly. However, if you're putting it now, the camera may not focus very well further away. You can't really see it. Those little threads that are there are very normal. They are part of Hardanger. And you will see it when you have the thread and the fabric contrasting highly. So it's quite clear here. Now on this one, it's still, you can still see it. It's not quite as high of a contrast, but it's still there. So it's not too bad. And let's check another one. Now this one, the contrast is not very great. You do see it a little bit where the contrast is, but where it's not very great, you don't really see it. And then on the last one, you can see them, but they're the same color. So the further away you get, you really can't see it. And traditional Hardanger was done, and is still today, done with same color thread on same color of fabric. However, I love doing colors and experimenting. You can do whatever you want to do. Alright, so we will get back to our regularly scheduled program. Hello, it's Nina with Stitching with a Smile. I'm going to do a tutorial today on washing your Hardanger. I thought this was easier than trying to write out the instructions. I had a request for it. Hello, Pat. And I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to leave me a note, and I will do my best to answer them. So what you need, of course, are your Hardanger pieces. I have 4 small samples that I've made, and a tub. Let me put that in here. And a clean towel for the later part. First thing you need is water. And I would say cold to cool water. Now, depending on where you live, here in northern Ontario in the winter, our tap water, our cold tap water, gets so cold it hurts your hands. So I have to put in a little bit of warm so that my hands don't hurt with this. It's great for drinking, however, fresh cold water. You will need soap. I use one of 2 kinds. Now there are other kinds out there on the market, and different people do different things. So this is not the be-all and end-all, this is just my suggestion. One type of soap I use is just dish soap. Now, could be any dish soap. I happen to be a Palmolive girl, so that's the kind that I use. The other choice would be, now where is it? Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Another choice I've used many times is a product from a knitting store. This is for wool, etc. It's a let's see, it's a no rinse type of soap. Even though it says no rinse, I still do a rinse, just because I feel safer that way. So I use either one. It really doesn't matter. I would like to recommend this though. It smells absolutely divine. It is called Soak. The flavor or smell is Flora, and a subtitle is Stop and Smell the Fibers. and I get it from the knitting store. So I'm going to just put in, you just need a tiny bit. In fact, when I use this, I use a bit more. This I would really only use a drop, literally, because it is, the dish soap does take more rinsing. Okay, so I'm going to throw in these, very gently swish them around. Sometimes I'll squeeze them a little bit, but not really necessary. And then leave them. You can leave them 3 minutes, you can leave them 10 minutes. I wouldn't recommend leaving them for too long, but if you forget and come back 15 minutes later, not quite so bad. You're still okay. So I think what we'll do is, now I'm going to keep the camera running. I'm going to see how I do with editing. We'll come back in about, I'll say 3 minutes. These weren't very big pieces, so I didn't handle them too much. Okay, we'll be back. Hello. It's been about 3 minutes. So I'm going to just give these another little fluff, I guess, through here. Maybe just gentle squeezing. The white one I keep losing because it matches the tub. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this, if you'll see, this no rinse soak dish, not dish detergent, fiber wash that I used does have quite a few bubbles. I probably put too much in there. So I will do some rinsing. Again, cool water. Okay, did you notice that I did not do a lot of squeezing? In fact, I don't think I did any. No rubbing, just letting the water run over top of it. If your work is dirty, let it soak a little longer. If you need to wash it again, wash it again. And washing doesn't necessarily mean a lot of agitation. It's more just letting it soak, giving it a swirl, letting it soak, giving it a swirl. You do want to be gentle. You don't want to fray the fibers. The piece itself is sturdy, so don't worry about that. You just don't want the threads to start fuzzing, I guess you would call it. Okay, I'm going to give these just a little squeeze. Doesn't have to be a lot. And you'll notice I kind of keep the white one out. I don't think the red runs, but I just want to be on the safe side. So give it just a little squeeze, not a big squeeze. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to go to the next step, which is the towel. This is where you're going to get the majority of your water out. So I gently, I hope it's showing. I think it is. Okay. Just gently straighten it out. Put it over on the side, give myself lots of room. Here, and Gently. And I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing off to the side. Okay, I'm going to fold the towel over top, and then I'm going to go this way and roll tightly. Okay, so I don't need the whole towel because it's a small piece. And now I can squeeze. Now, I'm not rubbing, I'm just squeezing. Now all you're doing is squeezing the water out. Oh. It's not hard work. Now I did leave a portion of the towel dry because we're going to use that in the next step. If you have a large piece, you may want a second towel. Okay, so we're going to, just like this, take this to the iron, and I apologize. Hello. I'm doing Ivana here. I love it when she does this. I apologize, but the iron is upstairs, so we're going to go for a little walk. You ready? Okay, I think you can see. All right, so we will take these out. They're practically dry. Well, not practically, but my iron is hot. I can feel it. And I'm going to take the dry portion of the towel, and I think I'll actually even double it, give it a even softer. Okay, so I've got a dry portion. I'll take my white one first, and I'm going to put it, now I have to double check it and find the right side as opposed to the wrong side. So this is the right side. This is the top, the beautiful side. I'm going to put that face down, right side down, on top of my towel. And it is suggested that you use a pressing cloth. So I will do that. Sometimes I don't. I cheat. And I have my iron on cotton, no steam, because this is already wet, so I don't need steam. And you don't need to do it hard. I just set the iron down and give it a press. It kind of dries it at the same time. The reason you put it face down with the wrong side up is that keeps the stitching nice and poofy. So don't iron it on the right side, because that will flatten your stitching. Iron it on the wrong side, and the towel, because it's nice and soft, will keep the stitching poofy. So let's do that. You know what, I'm going to take this off. One reason you use the ironing cloth is because you don't want your iron to catch in your threads and pull them out. This is a small piece, so I can just put the iron on top. And I'm not pressing, I'm not moving it around all over the place. I don't want to distort it. So let's do that with all of them. Now this is still wet, so you will still have to let it dry. Okay, make sure I've got the good side down, wrong side up, and we will do this again. Now you could, if you like, let them dry a bit, or even completely dry before you iron them. It's totally up to you. I'm sure there's a right way or a wrong way. This kind of is how I do it. So that, and double check this. That's the, okay. I'm going to move to a different spot because this is getting a little bit wet. Okay. And do that. Isn't this fun, watching the iron? It's almost as bad as watching water boil. Okay, and the last one, I'll just find another dry little spot. Don't even know if I'm in camera here. I'll just move it over. Double check. Right side. And you see, I'm just kind of straightening it very gently. Okay, wrong side. All right. See, I did kind of catch it. Not that it caught, but it folded it over. So there is a reason for a pressing cloth. Just be gentle, be careful. And that's the wrong side. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's pick one. Yeah, see the threads, and I will do a close-up. The threads are still there. You can still see them. But really, who is going to be inspecting your work that closely? There's no need. So if you have this sitting down as a coaster, nobody's really going to notice that. I will do a close-up shot and try to put that in there. The white, of course, you can't see a thing. And mainly because it's white on white. You might see a thread sticking out, but it's barely noticeable because it's white on white. That's very natural for Hardanger. Don't let that concern you. That is a part of Hardanger. I love doing the colors, the contrasts, and I don't let that bother me one bit. So I hope that doesn't concern you for Hardanger. I think the piece is beautiful no matter what. Okay, well, I think that's it. I hope that explains the washing of it. I should come back down and do another Vana. Hello. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.